In today's video, I want to show you how to implement a functionalities in Etch that previously in Era 4 you would need to have some additional plugins or using some external blocks to accomplish it. We'll be building a add to cart button with a mini cart that shows the actual current count in WooCommerce, and you don't need any like special plugins for it in Edge. Like when you are exposed to HTML, all you need to know is how to store data, like how to implement the button, or but you know that you typing a button, right? So all you need to know is how to implement the button, how to implement a count, and then it's 2025. We can ask AI to help us with the implementations of the actual functionality. And this is what we're going to be trying to implement today. So let's jump into our WordPress instance. And over here, I have a very basic WooCommerce products. I have just 10 dummy products. And let's try to implement the functionality. So inside of Edge, we have our products archive template, and over here we probably would like to have some products displayed. It's very easy in Edge. We just need to create a loop. In this loop, we'll select products. It's very easy query. It's just products category. On our container, we'll add the products grid. Let's add display grid. For this, I will just use the grid templates, template columns. And what we can do is like grid free, right? And gap of just 2 rem for now, right? Inside of our loop, we'll need a like product cart, and this product cart will have just a title, price, and our button, of course. So let's use this, but let's change it to a button, add to cart. Let's name it product. Oh, we can use our functionalities, right? So add to cart, price, title, and let's just BEM it, right? Create BEM classes. Perfect. We have our basic functionality. On the button, we'll just add button primary. On the product card, let's add the gap of 1 rem, padding 1 rem, border, and pixel solid primary. Right, and we have our beautiful beautiful cards. We can make to see all of them. Let's insert our basic dynamic data in Edge. So we have item title. Maybe we can change it to like H3. Item title, item price. It doesn't show. Well, probably this is not how the price is implemented inside of WooCommerce, but for that we can just easily jump into our loop manager, see our products loop, investigate, and we see that under the meta we have, for example, a price. So it's easy for us to just take the data that is already available for us and update our dynamic key to be meta price. and we see the price. We can add the $sign after, so we know where we are. Perfect. So we have our button, and we wanted also to have our counter, right? We wanted to have a dynamic counter of the cart. We can imagine it would live, for example, in the header. So why not? Let's create a header that we're gonna use for this header. Over here we can have a like a name of our store, superstore, and we would like to also have some sort of the counter. So let's name it like a counter, and inside of this counter we can call it cart, maybe mini cart, and we can even make it a anchor, right? Because we might use it as a link to our actual cart later. So let's do something like, it's probably cart, right, inside of the WooCommerce. I'm not sure about it, but so cart, and over here we would have our count. So maybe we should probably store it in some sort of span, where, for example, for now, let's add 0 and call it class of minicart count. And let's do the header with like header. Oh, and I had some data already there. Perfect. Right, so we have our functionality, our structure of data implemented. So if we would go to the front end right now, that's not this front end, but we just can go to shop, and we can see our structure. Of course, if we go here, yes, it's correctly directed us to cart, perfect. But of course, nothing happens when we're pressing on the add to cart button, because we didn't implement any functionality for it yet. So what is important about this part is that when I was having fun before I'm recording this video, I noticed that when I only wanted to implement it with like using LLMs, which is kind of my main goal for this video, is to like embrace you to just use LLMs for the parts that you aren't educated in, because like you didn't like went through studying JavaScript, etc. And like just maybe you don't need to anymore, but maybe you need some guidance for that. And for that, I spent a few hours trying to design a very general guided system prompt that I would include in the description, and the link to that will be there. That it's over here. My goal with this system prompt is for you to just use it as first message when you're entering the LLM. Yeah, like you enter LLM if you want to design some JavaScript implementation inside of Etch, and this is just the first thing you copy paste in. After that, you just trying to describe the functionality you want to provide for the model afterwards. So we have our prompt. Let's no, I don't want to download. I just want to copy. All right, let's copy it to the cloud. I'm using cloud, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. It's just like a free version of Cloud for testing if it would work here. It worked as well. Like when I was doing some tests, it worked as well with ChatGPT, Grok. So I think we should be fine. All right. So it just told us, okay, I understand what you want me to do. let's try to figure out what we actually want for him to do. So basically, let's just try to figure it out. Yeah, we have our button. Yeah, let's copy a button, or even like I didn't test it with this way, so let's just try to do it a little bit differently. Let's copy our whole loop HTML. Yeah, so like I have this loop in Etch, and I want a button to when clicked to add a product into a WooCommerce cart. Yeah. Then I also have this mini cart, and let's take this mini cart. Counter. And I want when I add the product to the cart to update a count of the cart in this mini cart. It should like always show the correct cart count. All right, it's generic, not very precise. Let's see what it does with it. Yeah, perfect. And all right, we have some short overview. So probably just summary of what I asked for. And then we have a validation first. Before I provide the implementation, we need to validate that the WooCommerce Store API is available and check if the nonce already exists. So please do following. Open DevTools and check if something's there. For that, we can go into our console. Let's refresh here for some reason, and let's just check. Now we have undefined. So we can pass the code, but let's see what it also wants for the validation first. Also, I need to know, does item in your loop have a product ID, e.g. item ID or item product ID? What does the item object contain? Can you show me an example of a data structure? I think we can check it easily in our Etch, for example, in our loop manager, in products. Yes, there is ID. There is an item ID that's available. Perfect. So we can just tell him, yes, there is item ID available. And this is what the LLM asks us for. So basic answer for him. All right. So this is and we reached the moment that the fun begins, where basically we're going autopilot and just allowing it to provide us with the solution that we, our humble servants, just copy pasting into our system. Yeah. So PHP snippet. It's going to be available in Edge very soon, but for now we still need to use some external snippets manager. I just downloaded the Fluent snippet. I know that in Fluent snippet you cannot use the because it's like provided for it. But all right, I don't know what it means. I don't care. It just asked me to paste it, so I did it. Yeah, perfect. Another step. After adding this PHP, refresh your page. All right, so it wants us to check if the snippet basically works. Yes, we see that we have some information provided with this snippet. Perfect. And right now, update your HTML. It wants us to add data product ID into our button. That's very easy for us. We can just paste it from here, go to our button, and add what it wants us to add. We know that in Etch, we want to add it like this. it wouldn't matter if you would be using, for example, a element. It's just best practice to, if the only thing that we're storing is a dynamic value, we don't need the another quotes inside of it. Perfect. That's the step 2. We did it, updated, and then JavaScript snippet number 1, add to cart buttons. All right. We don't know what it does yet. We don't know if we want to check something, if we have any additional questions. For now, let's just paste what it wanted us to. So we are selecting our button and we're choosing, and we're just pasting it inside of a JavaScript, right? Perfect. Then we have step 4, mini cart counter. Let's take it, go to our count counter. Perfect. JavaScript in, and how to test and debug. We don't know if we need to test or debug anything. We just want to see if it works. So let's just save our page. We'll focus on debugging and testing if it fails. Yeah, if it works, we're good to go. So we are testing, and we have some information. We have minicart initialized, minicart fetching cart count. We can see that over here it changed to 23 right now. Perfect. And let's see what happens if we pressing add to cart. So we know that cart fetches initial data when we load the page. When we add to cart, it changed. Added, and we can add multiple things. And if we go to cart, as we did with link, we have all updated data done for it. And we just created a 2 components that hooks directly into WooCommerce. Everything works perfectly. We were guided by the LLM where it was needed, and we still have a very comfortable control over how our structure looks like, how our card looks like. We don't need to have like a provided WooCommerce product card block or anything. We are designing it. We know what we're doing. So for basic interactions with the systems like WooCommerce, you don't need anything external. Maybe for things like filters, it's still responsible to use things like WP Grid Builder or something like that, because it's filtering is just much more complicated and require a few more steps, but it would still probably be possible to just implement it with LLMs, to be honest. It just might require a little bit more testing, a little bit try and errors. So let me speak to the camera. So I would provide you with this system prompt, and I'm very curious if it would help you implement your own implementation inside of WooCommerce. So for example, if we would, let's go back here. If we go into cart, yeah, I am 100% sure that this is garbage and you don't need it. Like every piece of it, like the fact that this works so slowly and like re-renders it so it feels annoying for me when I see it, and it's like over here I even like check that if I would press it very fastly and refresh, it didn't update because it don't like us, and it's using some old methodology to provide the interaction, like interactivity. So rewire so rewire your brain to utilize Etch to create whatever you want. Yeah, we have loops, so we have full control over what is actually displayed, and then it's just about interactivity, and interactivity is JavaScript. And I hope that the system prompt will help you, guide you through with LLMs to create whatever interactivity you want. I'm very curious what you'll try to design with it. If it's gonna be possible, I will try to update the system prompt as soon as, for example, there's going to be some change in Etch, how we're implementing things, so it stays up to date. Also, if you would try to tweak around with this with this prompt to get some better results, tell me. I will also try to include it. But I think it's like this is the modern way. Like you control data. Etch provides you with all of the possible way to access your data, dynamic, static, whatever, and then you just implement JavaScript, and that's all you need to do. And for example, if it's needed, some basic PHP snippets. And apart from that, you should be good to go. All right. Thank you. Funny joke.